Hi friends, welcome to Aisha's DIY. This is an NBeads collaboration video. Actually, we did a earring with this medallion connectors that we had. So I have only one of this blue one, so I just want to make a necklace out of it. These 6mm juicy beads was also from nbeads.com. I will leave down the description box below the links for you guys to purchase this 6-odd seed beads, juicy beads. Sorry, 6mm juicy beads, and then these fun mix of beads. These I thought it's 8-0, but I think it's a mix. I'm not so sure, but they are all like chevron type of beads, very pretty. And then I'm going to use this juicy beads and then this blue one medallion. I had only one in the package, but the rest were two. Only the black was 3, and then the blue was 1. And so I'm going to use this for the necklace, and I'm going to do a half-inch necklace. It's macrame, and I'm going to take this blue, okay, and then also I have this this one is 0.8mm Chinese knotting cord, okay, and then this one is 0.45mm polyester cord. So I'm using two cords, which is a different color. Actually, I'm gonna see how it works. I would prefer the same color, but I have a bright red or a brown, so I'm still thinking whether to use this or to use the same color through and through. But I would prefer a thicker cord because this cord will nicely go through this juicy bead. That's my opinion right here, right? So I'm just going to use this contrast cord and see how it goes, right? It's a really nice contrast. Okay, now we need 6 feet of this cord. My mat is about 12 inches, so I can measure with this, right? You don't need a ruler for that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 6 feet. And then use my, sorry, I just bumped the camera. I'm going to use my scissors to cut the 6 feet. And then I'm going to cut 8 feet of this cord. So we have 6 feet right here. Let me just keep it over the side and then measure my 8 feet. Actually, I would do 10 feet because I want more here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So 10 feet of this 0.45mm polyester cord. So we have cut our cords. Now we are ready to start our macrame. I shall tell you guys how I'm going to do this. I'm going to use a naughty do-it-all. You don't have to use the naughty do-it-all. You can just tape it to your table, or what you can do is you can pin it to a pillow or a foam board or something like that, or if you have a macrame board, you can do it that way also. So I covered my naughty do-it-all with my mat so that it's a little bit clear for you guys. So what I do is I take this thinner cord and find the middle of the thinner cord. So just bring the ends together, okay, and this is the middle of my thinner cord. I am going to put this in the alligator clip, then take the 6 feet cord and find the middle of that cord as well. Okay, this is the middle. Now take this also and this too, and what I'm going to go ahead and do is I just take these two and put it into that loop of our medallion. Take it and separate these. Actually, before separating, what you need to do is you need to take these loops here, take the cords, okay, and put it through that loop, all 4 cords together. Okay, so this is a Larks knot. Actually, I did it in the opposite direction. That should be this scallop kind of a thing should have come in the front. So I'm just going to take this out. I always do the opposite. I don't know, for some reason the direction that I put on, it's always going to be the opposite. I don't know why. Okay, now I insert it from the front. So I did it like this. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and do it like this. Then take these 2 cords and put them through the loop that you created and take it out. So now you have your knot secure, your Larks knot with all 4 cords, and then you can separate the cords. 2 cords on one side and 2 cords on the other, one big and one small. I hope it's clear right here. So what I'm going to do is I separated these cords and I'm just going to go ahead and put one side of the cord on the side where we don't need it anymore right now. You can actually knot like a slip knot kind of a thing so that it doesn't disturb you, and keep it on the side. Or what you can do is you can take your clip and then put it over there. You can do either way, it's fine. Now we need to start with this. So what I do is I just take the alligator clip and put this loop in here. Okay, it's out of the screen. I just took this medallion and I put it in the alligator clip, just like so. Okay, and here is what I have. You can also put it like this way, down all the way. Okay, so we have these 2 cords to work with, right? So what I'm going to go ahead and do is take this one. Actually, I lost my lighter. I don't know where it went, so I'm just using this one. Not very. Got my lighter. I'll just burn the end, then make it into a needle kind of. So this one you can get it in the Dollar Tree, but I don't know, for some reason I never felt comfortable using that. Then I came across this, which is really cool, and you don't burn it because it's way too far ahead from your finger. And what I'm going to do now is take this cord and add a bead to it. Okay, and take this thin cord is our knotting cord. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just add a bead here. This is what I have in mind, so I'm just going to secure this so that it doesn't crazily go over the place. And take the small cord, and these are multiple beads, right? These are not similar beads, these are all different beads. You can actually go random, or you can go, similar. I'm thinking that I'm gonna go random. Let's see. So I add that bead and I add this bead. Maybe I need one more to cover the beads. See, I have tried covering the beads. Then I realized the size and the height of the beads are different. You can see that here. So that's the challenge I have here. So I added 5 of these seed beads. I bring it down all the way close to my bigger bead, as you can see. Let me just bring this in the center a little bit so that you guys can see nicely. Then take this, forget this clip, we are not dealing with that anymore. Take this and go over the bigger cord and under and pull through. That's a half-inch knot. So when you pull that, you have this, right? That's what we have. So now what I do is I just go under the big cord and over and through the loop that I created, and then go. Don't worry about it, I will be repeating this several times so you guys will get an idea of it. So you can see that this cord is visible, and I like to keep this blue. That's why it's nice that we have 2 colors right here, right? And you can see there is gap in between these beads. If you don't want that, then you will have to add some beads in the on top between the start and the 6mm beads. And these beads are irregular in shape, sometimes it might not, so that totally depends on you. Then what you can do is you can just take one bead, for example this one right here, okay, and then do the same over, under and pull through with just the one bead. So this can also be done. I'm just going to show you guys how this will look like. See that? Right? And then under, over and pull through. See how it is looks. So we can do couple like that, just a single bead, and then we can add this metallic bead to the main strand and then do that. So that's an option. So I'm gonna do one more. This time I'm gonna pick up a different color, which is say this one, or say this one right here. This one right here will work. And then drop it down over the main cord, under and pull through. That's a half-inch knot. Make sure your bead is this side, otherwise if it goes on the other side you won't be able to have that kind of look that it comes on the side. Let me just do this one more time. Under the big cord, over and through this loop and pull through. Don't worry, I will turn this and then show you guys again. So I am going to turn my knotty toe doll like this, and then I'm gonna show you guys. So I have added 2 beads without the center bead in the main cord. Then what I'm going to do is take the main cord and then add a couple of beads. You don't have to add one by one. You can add a couple of beads and tie a slip knot at the end so that the beads doesn't fall off. Meanwhile, you can add beads to the side cord and then do it. Even the knotting cord, you can load beads first and then start knotting. It's totally up to you. I'm using similar beads that I got. I'm using the seed beads and the Trucy beads because I got all these from nbeads.com. But you can also add multiple beads here. See this, I have added this in the center cord, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and do this little bit. Yes, right. So I added this to the center cord. So now I move all the beads here. I have one bead over there, 6mm druzy. Now I pick up the knotting cord. I add 5 beads. Doesn't matter which one it is, but I just don't want to go overboard. I'm not going to include yellow per se, but I'm including green in the sense that the medallion has colors which can coordinate with the green. That's 3, this one is 4, and this shall be 5. Okay, bring all the beads down to our project. Okay, take this way, it will be easier for you guys to look at. On top, like how you would do a square knot, but under the same cord and through the loop that you created, right? Look at that, how it is like a 6. Let me just show you guys. It looks like a 6, right? And now if you pull, see this, how these beads are coming off. Make sure it stays on the other side and then pull that tight. Okay, now you go underneath the main cord and over and through. See how the 6 is formed, right? There we go, tighten that up. Now you have this, right? I put 2 beads in between. So what I'm gonna do is, again, take my cord, the knotting cord. I'm gonna add this right here. Any bead is fine. I'm gonna add 2 beads right here. I'm gonna drop it down, but we are doing 1 bead at a time, so just leave 1 bead and make that 6 figure. Okay, make sure that this bead doesn't go here. There we go. And under, over, and pull through. Now take the other bead and bring it down, over, under, and pull through. And then, sorry about that, and under, over, and pull through. Okay, then push the other bead right here. Hi friends, welcome to Aisha's DIY. I finished making this necklace completely, both the sides. I did the similar way I did the macrame on the other side as well, and I finished about, say, quite a length. It's approximately 12.5 inches long on both sides, 12.5 each. So it's a long necklace, so you can put it on top of your head. There need not be any clasp, but I want to finish the back in a different way. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make sure these two are aligned properly. Right. So now I have these thin threads on the side and the thicker thread as the middle. So I'm going to go ahead and take my tool here. Let me just take this mat and bring my tool down here. I can put it like this as well. So these are the beads I used, as I said, and I will put this over here so that it doesn't have much of a distraction. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do is, because we have this, we have to use this alligator clip on the end. So I'm just going to have these, actually take these two and put it over there for the time being, and attach this here somewhere. Just like so for the time being, because I don't think so this will work for now. Let me take this off so that it's easy for me to do this. So this is a long necklace and it really looks pretty. The blue, the royal blue with the rosy kind of, it's actually what do you call, stardust bead. Normally we would have it in the gold and the silver stardust bead. I'm sorry, that was loud. So this is what it is, and that goes really well with this multicolor seed beads we have, right? Just not getting an angle on these. What I'm going to do here is take these two cords anyways. As you can see, I have quite a lot of cord left, but that's okay. It's better to be safe than sorry, right? Take these two cords and tie an overhand knot so that I bring these two together. Just like so. Okay, and then somehow fix this. I will come back. So I got it fixed, so I put these two alligator clips on either side and I suspended a little bit above, and then this comes together, and then I had the two ends connect to one alligator clip in the bottom. So this is how I have. I hope it's not very distracting. Let me try to put this mat in the center, if I can. just put this underneath so there is a little bit of a, you know, a background, clear background for you guys to see. So I have here the beads with the Larks knot right there. I'll zoom in a little bit more for you guys to see here. Right, so this one is a little bit longer. That's okay. This is how it is. So I'm just going to do my square knots. So I always like to do the left, you guys know. Connect it. I removed the overhand knot, it was not working for me, so I directly am starting the square knot. It's totally up to you to finish the necklace this way. You can finish it either way, or you can connect the two, tie an overhand knot, and then burn the edges and you're good to go. But I thought this is a pretty way to actually do it. I'm not going to do a lot of square knot per se, but since I have the cord, I can design it however I want. That's the freedom that I like, especially if I'm doing a new project, and also you're not predetermined as to how you will end the project, so it's always good to have good length of cord if you want to work it out either ways, right? I'm going pretty fast, but if you're not aware of macrame square knots, you would like to go ahead and watch my video on basic macrame knots in my channel. I will leave down in the description box below the link for you guys. Go ahead and watch it so you will understand what I'm talking about: the square knots, the Larks knot, the half hitch knot, and stuff like that. So we have here quite some square knots. Now what I would do is take this necklace off of my clips. Okay, take it in the back. This is the front and this is the back, whichever you want to call it as back. So take it and then tie an overhand knot, this time right over left, left over right. Tie it nice and tight. Okay, and do one more. This time go through the loop twice. That's a surgeon's knot. This is a regular knot, so if you go through the loop twice, one more time, that's a surgeon's knot. We have talked about this knot several times in the elasticity bracelet, so I hope you guys understand. Now you can go ahead and trim your excess cord, not very close, leaving a short tail. Take your lighter and melt it. This is a very thin cord, I'm warning you. Please keep the flame see, it catches fire, so keep the flame far away. So now I just want these two cords. I have here a slip knot which I will remove, and as I said, I have quite a lot of thread left. Not much for the knotting cord, but for the base cord I have a lot left. So what I'm going to do here is take my base cord, end of the base cord. See, I didn't even burn the edge of one of the base cord. I didn't have to. The stardust bead had a bigger hole. So what I would prefer doing is, I'll be back with this blue beads. I have these 6mm beads, so I'm just going to add these on both the cords. Drop it down over here. So if you guys can see, This is how it looks. And then we can also add a couple of these seed beads, just one at least on both the sides. Okay, I want this to be like this. Okay, so what I do is I take this and tie an overhand knot before the beads. Okay, and if you have a tweezer, use a tweezer, that will help you a lot. And then hold, go through that loop and hold the cord where you want the knot to be, and just pull that tight, and then remove your pliers. In my case, I'm using the tweezer nose pliers. So here also, and then at the end of this, I tie an overhand knot as well. Okay, now also I put my tweezer nose pliers inside and hold the cord where I want the knot to be, and then I just pull the end and then gently remove the tweezers or the pliers off of the knot. Okay, still it is loose. Now hold this and push the knot towards the bead. That way it will come right next to the bead. Now we'll do the same here. Tie an overhand knot before the beads, and after the beads it kind of looks good. Or you can actually do just a knot after the beads. That way the knot will, the beads will move. So again, go ahead and put your pliers inside the knot and then come back to where you want the knot to be, and then just pull. Make sure the beads is not in there. We don't want the beads there. So just pull that, making sure the knot is not pulled in the wrong direction. See? There. Now push the beads down and then tie an overhand knot. Then again, hold, go inside the loop, hold where you want the knot to be, and then pull the cord. Now take your pliers off of the knot and then hold this and push the knot towards the bead. So now snip it off, both the ends. Take your lighter and melt it away. So this is how it looks. If you want, you can put some glue in this knot, but I don't think so this is gonna come away. But I really like the end of this necklace. It looks very pretty to me. And then let's concentrate on making the pendant. I may bring my mat here. So this is the end of the necklace. As I said, you can put it on top of your neck just like that. So this is the end. So now let's concentrate on the pendant part, which is a really pretty pendant. I have here one of this bead, and as you can see, this bead has that a line in the middle, which is a little bit not common for the other beads. The other beads didn't have, so I saved this one. And then we can also take some seed beads. right? And we can create some dangles out here. So first of all, what I want to do is I want to take some colorful beads like crystals, or like these colors, and then added that as well, so to create more interest. I have pulled out some 28 gauge ball head pins. It's like a head pin, so I have pulled out some of those for our dangles. First we will create a dangle with the 6mm bead. Hopefully this doesn't come out. Yep, that's good. And then we would need some round nose pliers, which I happen to have. Where I am not finding my regular round nose pliers around here. So, oh, there it is. This is the one I really like to work with a lot. It's just a personal preference. So I have created that dangle, so I'm just going to keep it like that. Then take my, as you can see, there's two things combined in here. That's how this is. I don't know why, but that's a good thing for us, right? So we can add these beads. I have pulled out some 4mm bicone for this, and oops, it went through my skin. Then some more seed beads, and this I can do again a red. This is cyan red. Then I can do a blue. Maybe this and this would work. So we can bunch it up just like that. That will also look nice, or you don't have to bunch it up, that's also fine. So again, another red and then a blue. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna create a loop, or we can actually dangle it here without any problems, but there won't be any much movement there. So I would like to put a jump ring and then add the jump ring to this, is what I'm thinking I will do. Let me just grab some jump rings for me. Now what I would do is I would just, then I can easily create the loops first without any problems. So if I'm using jump rings, otherwise I would have to do the wrap loop directly on that loop, which will not have enough space, is what I thought. Tuck the tail in. I went a little bit fast. Let me show you guys nicely. So hold this with your round nose pliers, the loop. Take that tail and wrap it around nicely. Then snip off that excess. See, there's a short tail right there. You just put your pliers like this and press it against the loop that you created. That will be tucked in so that it doesn't catch hold of hair or majorly cloth and everything that you're gonna wear. Since it's a pendant, it's your clothes that most probably it will get caught to, so we don't want that. So then snip off the excess. I have a small trash can like this to catch all the small tidbits so that it is out of the way, and at the same time, I like to dump that in a small ziploc or in a polythene cover and then dump it in the trash. That way it won't fly around or poke yourself or the kids or the pets. So we are doing wrapped loops now. This I think is 26 gauge, it's not 28, I think. It's very flexible and easy to maneuver. Then, so there is one more bead. We can do this one right here and this one. So there is 2-in-1 pliers, the round nose pliers and the tweezer nose or needle nose pliers together. But I have never worked with that and I don't possess that. I don't have it, but I have seen people using it. If you like it, go ahead and use it. So I'm just going to add a couple of beads here, just to a dangle, just like that, with no crystals per se. Nevertheless, that will also look pretty. Any dangle is pretty as such. So if you want to dress up your piece, just add more dangles. There we go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open a jump ring and then add these beads to it. Just like no rhyme or reason, just randomly I'm adding, but I'm figuring this a drop bead be the center one. Okay, which didn't happen by the way. Okay, I will just add all of these in this and then I'll add another jump ring for that drop bead, and then again a jump ring. Then I will put this jump ring to this loop in the pendant and close this tight. Okay. Make sure it's completely closed like that. Then we have the jump ring right here, which is the edge, which doesn't make sense, so I'm just going to remove that because I want that in the center, right? So separate these two, go for the center, and then take this dangle right here. Take your bent nose pliers and go back and forth until it completely closes. Here we have our pendant, nice and pretty. I hope you guys like it too. I really like the way it turned out to be. You can also add a tassel or whatever you want at the end if you feel the need for it, but I really like the simple pendant right here and the design because it has so much colors to look at, the beads. So I think a simple pendant is a good choice, in my opinion. But at the same time, this is a long necklace. If you prefer a tassel or so, then you can add it here at the pendant part. So I hope you guys like this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. Where do I buy this? Seed beads, the pendant, the druzy beads. It feels like a druzy, but it's not a druzy. It's a stardust bead. I will leave down the description box below for you guys to check out. This is still a lot left for me to work with. And not only this, I have it in the box as well. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye.